Yo, what is up, my fiends? This might be the last Labrynth Master for maybe a little bit. Maybe not. Depends on what time this comes out for you guys, because I've been grinding. No spoiler alert. I don't hit Master yet. You see a lot of these Diamond 1 games. I actually got to the point where I was one game away from promoting to Master. I lost. I demoted, which is fine, because I got right back up to, oh yeah, Maxi goated. This is also going to be the first game against Tier. I should mention that. This is like, or not Tier, excuse me, Kashtira. This is like right on release, so Kashtira is the new bug now. It was a lot quicker going against Tier because I knew how to counter. This is a little bit new to me, so I'm still trying to figure out how this works. Super Poly I thought might be good, but maybe not until Rise Heart kind of comes in for this deck. But good thing I have Evenly. Gets rid of that. Doesn't seem very impactful, but Unicorn and Fenrir are like really, really powerful cards that you don't want your opponent to have access to. So I have a pretty solid board. I misplay this year. I should have done the Dimensional Barrier first. And then did all this because I was just like, oh, I'm just going to pop this. And then when he tries to prevent it and detach, I could do this. No, that's not how it works. It's not an activated effect. But they just, I don't know what's going on. They must have bricked. I don't feel bad. This is still the first game against Kashtira. I bet they're learning how to use it. But bounce that to hand, pop a card, add lady, it's all over. Yeah, but what I was saying before, I demoted down to Diamond 2, and then I got back up to Diamond 1, and then you'll see, I think I'll record after this, like some of the Diamond 1 games or Diamond 2 games of me playing Labrynth with Bestials, which I had some fun in. But now that there's more and more cash, it's not like, I don't know. I don't think it's popping as it was. Who knows? I'm also way down the ladder now. From that Diamond 1, I demoted again to Diamond 2. And then on the tilt, I demoted down again to Diamond 3. And then again to Diamond 4 and 5. So I went all the way from one promotion game away from Master to, where we are now. Although we're not resting in Diamond 5 anymore. We quickly got out of there once, then demoted again, and then quickly got out of there. And then it was a Diamond 4 grind. I spent 5 hours yesterday trying to get through out of Diamond 4, which I did today. So now we're in Diamond 3. But yeah, so against Tier, don't really need too much to say. We kind of see how this goes so far. I'm saving this D barrier for when they hit fusion. They surprise me, of course. They always have super poly. They just fucking always do. So it's always against me, even when I don't have it. So luckily they aren't able to fuse this away, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to shuffle the cards I want in the graveyard. They're going to pop this guy. They're going to attack directly. Kikalos and Fenrir. Ouchie, ouchie. But this isn't too bad. Depending on what I draw, I could pitch it for the Chandelier. And if I still have Clock, oh, I don't have Clock. Well, I could use Ariana, grab a Lady. Depends on what I have. So, Ariana, grab a Clock. He's going to opt to banish. That's fine. I want to bait out. That's also why I did Ariana right away. I wanted to banish my card right away so that when I bring something back, they won't be able to do anything. So I'll bring Ku-Clock back. It's the last thing. So instead of adding it back to my hand, I'm able to bring it so that I can activate the big welcome. Special summon the Lovely from my graveyard. Bounce this. Pop the Fenrir. I could have popped the field, but I was like, it's going to be kind of useless for them because I'm just going to beat exactly 100 over the kit. And now we're in a much, much better position. I'm able to revive the Metaverse. And they don't even see what I have, right? They just, GG. Fucking Scrub Lord. They were going to be put in the hole. Necro Valley was going to absolutely push their taint in. No ifs, ands, or buts about this. But yeah, to talk a little bit about the differences, like with the meta changes and like the deck changes. Like you see me experimenting with Super Poly, which was giving me results. But there's more and more cash now, so there's less and less necessity, I guess, behind this. And I've been actually valuing a little bit more of the Evenlies, even though going second, there's a lot of boards that have negates besides Dragon Link, or like Spell Trap negates. Like Dragon Link could get it if they have that synchro, but it's not often. I don't always see them do it. And then Cash doesn't really have it. Branded can, I think, do it with that counter, one of that counter traps. And Tier does do it, but I have not been seeing Tier. Well, this is a funny game. Yeah, no thank you to that Sprite starter. It's the one time I always go second against Sprite, always. But the one time I had Max C going second. So they weren't able to do their, pop-off combo, try to Sprite Starter in my turn, which that was that Ash we just saw. I let him cook because I was like, oh, I'm just going to bounce it. And let me just activate his Metaverse. No, they Ashed me. They instantly did it too. I could tell they're salty. They're really mad. I could tell how fucking mad my opponent is right now. I'm like, all right, bet. You're Malden? Stay Malden. I got an Imperm. I'm chilling. I'm like, even though I have Super Poly, I don't have a card in hand. Like, eventually I knew they did somehow get to summon this. They weren't able to remove this. I would just draw into Super Poly fodder, but they still don't have a board. So I set the IDP. IDP fucks them up just as well. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to keep having advantage. And they quit. They were like, I hate this. This is annoying. I have a third grade reading level, and I don't feel like playing anymore. So that was, oops, spoiler. Okay, making sure that was a different game. Here we go. We have what I believe is a Korean friend here based off the lettering, Korean player. Please feel free to let me know if I'm wrong in the comments and tell me I am racist. Here we go. Ah, you love this C. Lovely. Always fucking happens when I'm going second, too. I guess it feels worse going for... I don't know what's worse, opening her going first or second. But at least I'm able to pitch her where she belongs, in the trash, in my stove here. And stove gets a lot better than the Chandelier because... with this cash release meant Chaos Angel. I didn't have it in here yet. I was trying to save my dust and just try to get my pulls and see what I could get. So keep that in mind. There's probably a lot of plays you'll see here, or maybe I could have had like a 2 and an 8 and I could have just made it. Here we go. Lady. I'm planning on just crashing so I could evenly them, because go fuck yourself. And they say, go fuck you. And they banish my level. I'm like, ugh. That's a little annoying. It's not the worst, though. Because I activated an effect. I get to bring Lady. Now I'm chilling. I still have a Ku Clock, so I could do potentially 2 different traps this turn. I chain Ku Clock to that. They Bestial me. I Imperm that and immediately set a card. I don't know if they missed timing because it's a when effect, so they weren't able to banish her. Or maybe they're waiting for something else. I'm not sure. But now they can't target and banish my Lady. And so that's why they don't bother attacking. I special summon her on the end phase. They still can't do that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to play it safe. I think I could have gone into the Numeron Dragon. Maybe it would be risky. I could have gone into Zeus as well. But I was like, sometimes it's better just to play it safe. Let me just beat both these guys over in battle. Main phase 2. Metaverse. Lady, chain Imperm. I probably could have... Oh, I already have D-Barrier. I drew it for turn. So they're in the hole. They weren't going to get out. There's 2 level 8s that are untargetable. And, yeah, they're essentially almost like towers right now. GG Scrub. Lick my sack. And here we go. Going against Shifty. And keep in mind, there's so many... This is the most I've ever seen these master borders. So I didn't feel special anymore. I was like, oh, we're all trying to get the master. I was very, very close. I could taste it. And I plummeted. So after this video, it'll essentially be my villain arc. Trying to mix up with a little bit of different decks, but still trying to do Labrynth and stuff. Had some pretty good stuff from today promoting to Diamond 3. So yeah, I guess I totally did this for content, by the way. I just wanted this series to last forever. Yeah. It was totally my plan. Labrynth versus Labrynth showdown. Here's my first misplay. I should have just held on to the Super Poly, so then afterwards I could have Super Poly'd them, and then it would have gone to Grave. But I was like, D-Shifter. I was like, I used to run it like once or twice. I was like, I do not like it in this deck at all. I feel like you kind of fucked me over, but I don't know. I was on the draw here. He didn't see the Super Poly coming. I just set this because like I just want her to be untargetable for now. So even if they do something to Lovely, this was very interesting. So I'm bringing my big welcome out. They opt to not banish with the IDP. I repeat, they were like, I'm gonna make a Muckraker instead. If you guys are ever in this scenario and you have IDP against Labrynth, you always fucking banish it. It is non-targeting. You could have just removed this or the Lovely. Depending on if it's the grind game, maybe Lovely would have been better. But no. And they attack over the Lady. My brother in Christ, you could have banished this one. And like, sure, you wouldn't have had the... I don't know, dude. And still, you should have attacked over the Lovely. Because I'm just going to start popping your guys on the next turn. D-Shifter is over. And this is kind of part of why I took eventually Super Poly out of the deck. Attack over. I'm just going to do big welcome, bounce a hand, pop, and before I can even pop them, they're like, oh no. Do want to let them get the win. Shifty, more like shitty booty cheeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's the last game for today. It'll be a short one, a little bit of a shorter video, hopefully for you guys. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna need your thoughts and prayers. Keep me in there because I'm trying to get the master. It's rough. I'm gonna make a pact with the devil to get up there. Maybe I tried a little bit of stun with my friend Miocic. Shout out to you, boy. It did not work. I ended up hating it because always going second and never getting evenly. I figured if I want to go that first, that bad, I might as well keep playing Labrynth or Rika, right? If I play Rika and I go first, usually I just win. So I might be mixing it up a little bit. Who knows? But I still have a few gameplays from Diamond 3 and onward to show you guys. Yeah, just a short branded fusion in the hole with Necro Valley. D-barrier for no fusion. GG scrub. So stay feeding, motherfuckers. Catch you around.